Do you always wanted to create you as a character and never did it? Me too, and this is my story. Let me explain to you how I finally succeeded. Since I draw, I always wanted to create my own character, mostly for one reason: share more my life with you through what I like the most: drawing. With this video, I want to give you an idea of the work behind the project, but also maybe a guideline if you always wanted to do it. Let's go! Creating a character is not that easy. I was in front of a lot of questions in my mind. I knew approximately how my character could look like just because, yes, for this time I am the model. But more than that, more than looking like me, the most important thing in my eyes was to make this character recognizable each time I would draw it. I postponed this project for so long now because it appeared to me like a mountain which was impossible to climb. I needed to keep going and to stick to it, but maybe to start before. Yes, the beginning. But with what I could start? First, I came back and I took a photo of myself, and I started to analyze my body, how I look while standing. What are the traits I could exaggerate in order to create a cartoon version of myself? The first one drawn and I started to draw. I noticed that this project was for me a monster, but it revealed to be very easy to find the face I wanted to give to my character. Once I drew the body, I needed to develop the character. Well, what makes a great character? It's consistency. For that, clothes are a great tool. I spent time searching for looks on Pinterest, but I had the feeling I was just losing my time. The outfits were great, but was it me? Mostly until which point my character needed to look like me. I decided to search in my wardrobe directly to analyze what makes me me. What are the clothes I wear most of the time when I want to feel comfy or cozy, when I want to go in a party, or just in my everyday life when I want to go to the supermarket. With this analysis in mind, I knew more what I was looking for and started to draw through outfits. In my eyes, the casual outfit is the most important one because it's usually this one my character will wear. For this exercise at least. On top of the outfits, I try a few different haircuts depending on what I like the most with my own hair. And finally, here she is. Or here I am, I don't know. The front look of myself. Yes, I chose this one as the casual outfit and say goodbye to the other ones. In fact, not really goodbye because I could use these outfits for different situations depending on the context where she is. A bit like a Sims. Keep this in mind. You know, when is the day for the class photo? Just after 2 hours of sports. Even worse after the swimming pool class. You arrive and the guy is saying to you, "Give me a smile." It's a bit similar here. It's time to give the best of yourself in order to leave a great impression to the world class. I noticed that the first versions are never the best. That repetition is the key. In order to create the character I want, I should just draw it again and again. And again. With different expressions and multiple angles. For that, one tip I could give to you is buy a little mirror and put it on your desk. Why? Because you are your best reference. A lot of times, I was just spending hours searching for references, checking on Pinterest or iStock just for inspiration. I still do it, but less. Because the most important thing is to draw, and draw again. So, just look at your beautiful face and make all the expression you want to give. I was finally in front of what started to look like, for the first time, the premises of my character design sheet. I was really glad of the result so far. My Johanna should be proud of her look. It was time for her to show her personality even more than some basic expressions. She's not only a character, she needs to have a deep connection with the reality, to connect with the viewer. I know that because I read, watched, listened so many advices that I couldn't count them. And even in knowing that, my creativity was blocked. I had no idea what to draw. Even in knowing her face and some subtleties, I started to seriously ask myself how to find great posture and bring authenticity to her. It was time for me to think about it and to question myself deeply. Which direction I could give to her? What does she like? Or even more simple, what do I like? What I love the most is eating French fries. I don't know why this is the first thing I thought when I questioned myself, but I do love them so much. For me, it's so reassuring. It warms my heart like a soft cloud around me. This is the feeling I want to give with this idea, with this first situation scene. The power of a scene is even stronger with a great storytelling. This is not only me eating a French fry, it's me loving and appreciating every second of this moment. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate too. I was on the highway. Autopilot activated, asking myself questions to determine 3 situations at least to give a great direction to my character design sheet. 3 situations I will develop as final original illustrations afterwards. What do I like to eat the most? What I love doing when I go outside? What my character do every day to relax, to feel comfortable? What does she hate the most? What is the thing which disgusts her? What challenged her everyday life? The questions were endless. In asking myself these questions, I had a better idea and a better understanding of the direction I wanted to give to her. It was not at all difficult to imagine some situation after all, funny or not, and to transmit them on paper. The spark was coming again, and I started to have so many ideas. Here it is. I finally did it. I wanted to create me as a cartoon character, and it's a success. I'm so happy with the results because this is me, and most important, this character has personality. After asking me a lot of questions, I found out 2 situations which could be interesting to develop. A long time ago, I loved to play video games during hours and hours. Today, completely less, but I'm still playing when I found one which is appealing to me. I love to enjoy all the details of it. The second thing I love is running. I wanted my character to be sportive, but still a beginner, a bit like me. One of my goals is to run a semi-marathon one day. Today I can't run as before because of health issues, but still, let's do it. I needed to print it, just to keep it beside me, and why not? To motivate me each time I would have doubts about me or my skills. When I started this project, I really thought it was a monster, that I would need months to create the perfect character design for my character. And now that I have it here, I know that it was only my fears which were speaking. I feel a bit stupid for myself that I exaggerated the effort I would need. My pursuit of perfection had no sense. I should just draw more and think less. I would love to know if you already did this project for yourself, or if you always want to do it but never did it for the same reason than me. Share with me your results, your experience. Let's have some deep conversation together about eating French fries. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. If you have any video recommendation that I could make, I will be curious to know. And not for the future myself, believe in you. Do what you want to achieve and don't think too much about it. Trust the process. Have a wonderful day and let's be ourselves. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Let's draw. Let's be creative.